Soy un perdedor. I'm a loser, baby. So why don't you kill
Why don't you
me?
kill me?
Soy un perdedor. I'm a loser, baby. So welcome to another week of those Bills. I'm your host, Will Colon, aka Buffalo Will, joined as always by the number one cousin who everybody likes, cousin Vinny. What's up, Vinny?
What's,
So,
man, another rough week, brother. Another rough week.
all right, hold on. As always, we're live on 995 Sports Network, also on channel 198 on Zingo TV, Facebook, a Viva Los Bills group or page, and there's a few other places we're on. Go find us. Welcome. Put some comments up. We're going to talk about it. Hold on. Let me do this real quick. What's this?
Do we have to talk about it?
It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. You know, when we were winning, we're not winning. What the hell is going on, man? What is
I don't
going
know.
on? Look,
But my brother-in-law is a Jets fan,
I'm
and he gave
drinking
me this
Pennsylvania
crap right
beer.
here. Look at
Drinking
this.
Pennsylvania beer. What is this?
I don't know what this is, but it's funky. It's foul, but we deserve it. So
That's right. I'm not even drinking Puerto Rican beer. I'm drinking one of the old classic Yingling beers. Can't even celebrate
this
right.
is a wicked weed pernicious India Pale Ale. I don't even know what it is, but I'm just drowning my sorrows right now, man. So whatever.
Here to our sorrows. Look, I got a whole bunch of head here. They even pour it right to the sorrows. Clink, clink, clink. Sad to say.
Clink, clink.
Can't even enjoy this right. It's not right. It's not right. Horrible. Well, we even talk about that mess. How's your week, bro? How's it going?
Besides that, we were texting back and forth, and as bad as we look, it still was a chance in that game. But maybe we deserve to lose, and maybe these guys will get their heads out their butt, and maybe Leslie Frazier get his head out his butt. Maybe get some healthy scratches back. There's a lot to talk about, man. But hopefully this week we rebound against the Jets. But the Jets are due for a win, and the way we're playing, I mean, it's a toss-up on that one. So we're gonna break it down. Good afternoon, good evening, everybody joining us. We're a little bit sad about this loss against the KC Chiefs. We thought we'd be a little bit better of a fight, but we're gonna talk about it. But I know you got some other news, so we're gonna get to that first.
All right. Let's see. All right, let's talk about some of the stuff going on around the league as we always do. It's not just about the Buffalo Bills, even though the Buffalo Bills are like 90% of the show. So let's go. Let's look around the league. Hey, the Dolphins choosing to sit Fitzmagic, who has this team at 3-3. They're competitive. There's a shot for them to actually be, in a race for a wild card. I mean, they're a game behind us. It's not bad. So they're going to bring in two of the rookie. They have a bye this week, so they're giving them extra time to prepare. Me personally, I don't think it's a good move. Wow.
I agree with you.
This team is gelling again. They were going. They upset San Fran. What do you think? I think it's a bad move.
I think it's a bad move too because Fitz. It reminds me of Flutie and Johnson, if Rob Johnson, that situation back then. Fitz thought that was his team. Everybody thought that was his team. I mean, Fitz. I still love the guy. I still love him as a player, even though he's with Miami. I mean, he could light it up. The thing about Fitz is he could either stink it up or light it up. But for him to get the team taken away from him, I mean, what's the morale in that locker room going to be? I mean, unless Tua comes out here and next week, the following week, and lights it up, these guys at the locker room, they might lose their locker. But at the same time, I'm happy for the Bills because if you don't light it up and we win and they lose, that'll put us another game ahead of them in the division. So, that's a gutsy move they made, to be honest with you. But the coaching staff probably saw a little bit more than what we know. They probably think Tua has a little bit more than Fitz, but Fitz been around for a long time. Like I said, he won't lose you the game. But he can't win you a game. You know how Fitz is. I love the guy, but I think he got a bad break on that one.
The guy, he was all tore up about it too. Said, that whole day he thought it was his team. He was heartbroken. Said he knows he's
Yeah.
been set before. He's been benched for the next guy. But the way they've been playing and winning, and they've been competitive pretty much most of the games, I believe. So for him to finally get pulled like that, listen, I understand Tua is their first round pick. The kid came off of that, what was it, hip surgery or whatever, really bad.
Hmm.
This
Yeah.
kid takes one bad hit. He's gone for the year. Personally, I would have sat him for the year. Let him sit behind Fitz. Let him learn. Nobody was expecting Miami to do much anyway. Now they're a game behind, actually first place in the East. So
Yeah.
why bother? Let him play. Don't mess
What's
up
the
the.
over under on him getting out of the first quarter?
Well, he'll get out. He'll get through. Another rumor was that the Cowboys were actually looking to possibly trade for Fitzpatrick. Don't know if it's right or true, but that's an idea. If they're going to trade him, say to the Cowboys, all right, good for Fitz. He'll start on another team again. He's going to have to learn that offense. He's a smart guy. We all know, got a Harvard graduate. He has to get used to playing with those guys. Either way, personally, if I was Miami, I would have kept him, kept starting him.
Yeah.
Now, if they were 0-6 like the Jets, I would start Tua then. If they were 1-5, I would start Tua. But why? Why even bother?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. To me, I would go with Fitz until you're losing. Then bring in Tua and say, all right, if we don't have a good record, let this kid learn, do what he can, and so forth. But I don't know. I don't like the move. But hey, I'm not a Dolphins fan. I have to live with it.
Like I said before, it reminded me of Flutie and the Rob Johnson era back then when that happened with Flutie. And they put Rob Johnson in. It was kind of the same deal, he thought.
that was so bad.
Yeah, man, it's a rough one to call.
Yeah. I disliked Wade Phillips for the longest time until I saw the special that it wasn't Wade who made the call. It was Mr. Ralph Wilson, Mr. Wilson. Anyway, not a good call. Back then, not a good call now. Unless they got something for him, then I could see it. Whatever. But if this kid goes 0-2, then you're going to bring back Fitz and say, hey, Fitz, we need you again. If I was Fitz, I'd be like, sorry, I got a hurt knee or something. Sorry.
Yeah. I really feel bad for the guy, man. I mean, that was his team, so I feel for him.
They're winning. Why bother? He gets a bad rap. I saw some bum Jet fan in the background. He made me laugh with his hat. I'm gonna have to bring him in. Just hold on to that, Justin. That's funny. We'll go to that later. Where am I? Okay, another team in the league is the Raiders. Players were sent home due to COVID safety because they were around their safety, Jonathan Abram. He was put on the COVID-19 list today, and they sent guys home. Their game actually is still scheduled, but it was moved from the Sunday night game to 4:00 Eastern time. So the Seahawks and the Cardinals get bumped up to the late game on Sunday. Another team making moves today, freaking the Ravens. Ravens are practicing or giving Des Bryant a workout, and they're supposedly going to sign him to the practice squad if he passes his physical, just adding more weapons to that team, even though he's older. But he was looking pretty good in New Orleans until he got hurt again. They also traded for Yannick. I always mess up this guy's name, Ngakoue, I believe. Possible going to the Bills. He has 5 sacks for a 2021 third-round pick and a conditional pick for 2022. So the Ravens are just getting better, man. They're doing what you're supposed to be doing. If that was a possible trade, if I was the Bills, I probably would have went after this trade. Why not? We need some help.
I thought there was some talks of us giving him a fifth rounder for him, but I guess Baltimore put a little bit more in the pot and got him.
Yeah, I would have given up a third round for the guy. Why not?
Yeah.
We're trading one of our DNs for them. I mean, except for Addison, everybody else is stinking up this place. We'll get to that too. Another name in the actually, I'll keep this Antonio Brown maybe for later, but we'll bring it up later with our 2 guests. We got 2 guests from the Jets. Jordan's coming back, the Jet fan Jordan. Then we have another Jet fan, Justin Johansky. Not yet, Justin, not yet. See him in the background. He'll be joining us in a little bit. Antonio Brown, where's this guy going to go? Is he? At one point, I was looking at him like, hey, I wouldn't mind taking him on the Bills. Why not? especially if we went after Le'Veon Bell. But then, I mean, what do you think about it? And I'll tell you what I saw and I didn't like. Go ahead. What'd you
You
think about
know, Antonio Brown, he's a great player, but man, all that baggage he got, man, I think,
it? Mhm.
I think it would poison the Bills, especially now with the situation with the 2 consecutive losses. We don't want
Yeah.
nobody to, I mean, the guys are down and out already. We don't need anybody to stoke the fire. He's a great player, but I think personally he would mess up the locker room. I'd love to have a player like him. They ain't no ifs, ands, and buts about it, but I want to
This
keep
is
the locker room intact as it is right now.
this is what made me change my mind. So I was looking at CBS Sports, right? And they put out an article about Antonio Brown and so forth, and how, like, actually the Seahawks are one of the teams leading the charge to try to get him. But this is where I was at. Brown was suspended for the first 8 weeks of the season for multiple
Yep.
violations of the league's personal conduct, and is still being investigated by the NFL for a lawsuit. Brown sexually assaulted his former athletic trainer per ESPN, which could lead to further discipline. Now, if you take a knee during the anthem, you get banned for life. But if you allegedly sexually assaulted a trainer, hey, everybody's trying to get you. It's okay as long as you didn't take that damn
Yeah,
knee, which is
it's
crazy.
crazy.
But when I read that, no, I don't want the guy on the team. It's a headache. It's just a problem.
It's too much
He
of a
retired.
distraction, man.
Yeah, he retired, came back, retired again, came back, badmouth the NFL, came back. It's like enough. Sorry, can't deal with it.
Look,
I'd rather
even
not have
even
him on the
even
squad.
you talk about Antonio Brown, even with Le'Veon Bell. Would I would like to have him on the team?
Yeah,
Absolutely, I would like to. But I mean, look at the situation he's put in with the Jets. We'll talk with the guys in the Jets with the tweets that he's liking and all this other stuff that the head coach said, hey, man, stick your chest out and tell me to my face. The next day he was traded. So
yeah,
we don't need that negativity over here, man. We still got Motor and we still got Moss. I mean, granted, we're struggling on the run, but these are guys that we invested in. I know once we get everything situated, I know they're going to break out. Motor was good last year. Moss is a
yeah.
beast. We just got to give him opportunity. I'm glad we didn't get Bell.
I like him. The only issue with him, he never really had a big issue. I mean, he didn't like Adam Gase. That's it. They
Yeah,
clashed. Besides that, he was holding out for money. Can't blame him. He wanted more money. He thought he was worth more. It's not a running back
yeah,
league. So he did what he did, whatever. And you could see it just blew up in his face. He went for the money, where he actually would have gotten almost the same money to stay in Pittsburgh that he did with the Jets.
exactly.
Either way, doesn't matter. Quick
Well, it
news.
worked out for him because he's on the championship team now.
Yeah, it's
So
better for him. He gets 1 year deal. He still gets paid by the Jets. He gets some extra cash from Kansas City, and then he can look for a new deal next year. All right,
it's
let's
kind of
move
like
on.
the LeBron of the NFL. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that. Go ahead.
As long as they win. Uh, we
Yeah.
have other news. I mean, we can hit on first. So you want to talk about this game? The best.
Whatever you want. I try to avoid it, but whatever.
All right. This last week game was kind of ugly to me. We played Kansas City. I did pick us to lose, and I think you picked them to lose in the beginning before the season started. But you were giving them the rah-rah this week, and you went with them. One thing I didn't
Yeah.
like was, hey, I'm gonna pull up this roster. This was the roster for game day that's put out by the Buffalo Bills PR. Quarterbacks we know didn't change. All right, our offensive line, fine, nothing. I was a little surprised when they sat TJ and kept Taiwan, but Taiwan plays more
Hmm.
special teams. Fine. Tyler Croft, Lee Smith. We know Knox was hurt. The receivers, same. Linebackers, same. The difference was they sat Murphy and they sat Harrison Phillips and brought in Byron Cox Jr. and where's the kid? Justin Zimmer.
Zimmer.
All right. So I don't mind that. Sad to say, Trent Murphy has a sack. Jerry Hughes doesn't have a sack. It's driving me crazy. I looked up our squad here. I'm watching this game, and it looked like we had 4 linebackers on our front 4.
All game.
The whole
That's right.
thing. I'm over here. Let me take this down. I'm over here looking.
No weight.
Numbers, because besides Mario Addison, he was the only one who got a sack this game. Mario Addison right now has 3 sacks. In total, our defense has 11 sacks. Mario leads the way with 3. Quentin Jefferson has 1. Ed Oliver has 1. Murphy has 1. Epinesa has 1. And Darryl Johnson has 1. Jerry Hughes, 0. Vernon
Zero.
Butler, 0.
Zero.
Justin Zimmer, who just started, Zero. But you know what? This kid has put in work. I actually like him. He led
I
this.
like him too.
I think this is going to cut us in half, so we might have to split. Bam. So actually, you're good. You know, this kid he was signed actually to the active roster. You know,
Mhm.
so it was good. He first time he ever had 6 tackles. I think might be tied for his whole career or something. But he had 6 tackles. He was everywhere. He
He was
almost forced.
hustling. He was hustling for sure.
Yeah, he was almost forced to fumble. The running back had his knee on the ground, so it didn't count.
Yeah.
But this guy was the one guy putting out work there. He was
Yep.
everywhere. So I was like,
Yep.
you know, this he's putting in more work than these veterans that have been there, and it was driving me
That's right.
crazy.
Now,
Uh,
what do you think about those healthy scratches? Now, what could it be? Could it be a disciplinary issue? Do you think they're trying to keep them healthy before the trade deadline? What's your take on it?
it's possible the trade deadline thing, but I didn't think about that. Uh,
Yeah,
Personally, it could have been like, hey, you guys aren't performing. You're going to sit. Let's see who wants to perform. Cox
mm,
Jr. was going crazy in
he did
practice
good.
in the preseason, you know, so he was looking good. So, hey, give him a shot. Why not? Nobody's doing anything besides Addison.
Yeah.
Let's see what we have. I mean, watching this game, it was driving me insane. Okay, we had like a 3-and-out, whatever. They punted, we punted, we got the ball, we scored, they stopped them, fine. We were looking pretty good. And then Norman, I was watching, he's playing soft. I get it. Tyreek Hill's a
Playing
beast.
horrible. Yeah,
Get burnt,
yeah.
too much cushion. You know, they get that 31-yard run. Where was our run defense? We gave up over 200 yards rushing. It was
That
ridiculous.
was killing me, man. No run defense, and no pressure on the quarterback. We didn't get any pressure on the quarterback. No run defense. We're playing soft coverage.
Mhm.
I just, like you said, our front four looked like linebackers, man. It was crazy.
Besides Tyreek Hill, what's the first player that comes up to mention your name for receivers or anything? Who you got a guard on that team? Like Kelsey.
That's all they would.
Kelsey
Kelsey,
running
yeah,
wide open across the middle of the damn field. How many
man,
times?
man.
2 touchdowns. Luckily, he fumbled that one time, which was great.
That one time, yeah.
You're playing soft defense. You're playing nickel. And if you don't want to say you're playing nickel, say, okay, we're playing the 46 defense. 46 defense was great by Buddy Ryan till everybody started figuring out the weakness. We look like crap. All right. Our defensive
Drag
line,
routes was killing us. Oh my God, it was just we could go on for days on what happened in his last game. But what really hurt me and what really bothered me was the run defense. What you think?
it was bad.
Star, I mean,
Here,
we need
look at
that
it.
big body in there.
Look at it. That I've been saying that since the draft. We needed a
Yeah.
big defensive tackle. Mario Addison, 260. Quentin Jefferson, one of our biggest guys, plays DN and defensive tackle. He's been playing more DT for us. 291. Ed Oliver, he's our defensive tackle, right? 287.
287, yeah.
Trent Murphy, 260. AJ Espinosa, 280. Daryl Johnson, 253. He's a linebacker. Jerry Hughes, 254. Our biggest guy is Vernon Butler, 330. Okay, good. Need one of those guys. Justin Zimmer, he's only 300 pounds. You know, it's not bad. And then our next biggest guy is 307, Harrison Phillips. And the guy who opted out would have been our second biggest guy, Star Latulier, at
Yeah,
350.
Star.
He's more of a run stopper. It's hurting us that he's not there. Leslie
not
Frazier.
there, yeah.
But are you kidding me? You're just going to bring up Star Latulia? You have all of these players? We thought this was going to be a pretty damn good defensive line. And it's like we have straight DNs across the field. It's killing us. You need a big bone guy in there to stop some people. And it's not happening. You know? Another thing, I mean, it was just ugly. And listen, Josh Allen started off hot. He's still playing good. He needs to throw the ball to other people. He's just throwing it to Diggs, forcing it to Diggs.
Forcing it, man.
I'll go to Beasley, and I'll go over here. It's driving me insane. This guy needs to spread the ball. Just a quick number here, which I looked up. I was like, let me check this out. Stephon Diggs has 59 targets. The second guy with second who's played 6 games is Cole Beasley. He has 37. After him, John Brown, who's missed a game, and he might miss this game against the Jets this week, has 27. So the second guy behind Diggs has 22 targets less.
Wow.
You know everybody's going to play Diggs. All these other guys' numbers should be up. Gabriel Davis, he's played 6 games. He has 18 targets. Devin Singletary has 24. Okay, now we all thought our tight ends were going to have a big numbers this year.
Nothing. Yeah.
No, he's played 4 games. He's been banged up. 12 catches, 12 targets. Tyler Croft, 10 targets. So 22 targets between our tight ends. Stop forcing the ball to Diggs. His numbers are great. You want to get him the ball, but there's no need to force it. Check
Yeah.
down, throw down to the guys underneath. Drove me
Absolutely.
crazy. I stopped taking notes at halftime because it was just ugly. We
It
could have,
was horrible. I
you
know the
know,
Chief center. I don't know. I don't remember his name. The Chief center. He was just wearing our ass out. Yeah, just straight up, just opening
their
that hole.
starting their starting offensive tackle, I think, didn't even play. He had back
I
spasms
know.
right before in practice or warm ups.
Yep.
So why not attack that area? Why not try to go at the weak spot?
No
Drove.
pressure. We didn't have any pressure on that quarterback at all.
We had
At
one
the end, I think
pressure.
at the end in the fourth quarter, we started kind of bringing in a little bit of pressure, but that's out of desperation. Now,
Yeah,
what you think? What do you think is going to happen? Do you think McDermott's going to take over Leslie Frazier's duties? I mean, this is 3 or 4 games already that they're putting up 20 plus, 25, 24, 27 plus points on us on defense. We went from a solid 3 on defense, rankings to what, 20 something now? I mean, we're way down there. When is McDermott? McDermott's a defensive guy. Last week, he was talking about he lost sleep against the Titans game. Imagine what's going to happen this week after this Chiefs game. Something's got to give. I don't know what's going to give, but something's going to give, and we're going to hear about it soon. I guarantee you.
yeah. He should have. He should lose sleep, and he needs to sit down with Frazier and say, "Listen, this
Hell,
isn't
I lost
working.
sleep.
We need to come up with something." Hopefully, uh, what's his Levi comes back, then you could shift Norman to the
Yeah,
middle or nickel,
Norman.
and hopefully that helps.
Norman's not impressing me.
He's not. That's why I said he would be a nickel back, not
Yeah,
a starter. But hey, injuries happen,
yeah,
and this is where you go
yeah.
from there. Can't do nothing about it. More news: Quentin Spann, who had signed a 3-year deal, $15 million in the offseason. One of those guys we thought we were going to have on our line this year. He's gone. He got
Bye bye.
released. Not even
Yep.
traded, released. Where is some of the news over here? This was, I know I text you and I said, why didn't they try to convert him to a defensive tackle? The boy is 6'5, 335 pounds.
Big
Not
boy.
saying he's
Yeah,
done it, but hey, he knows
it's a
how to
big
get up
body.
the ball quick. He's got some speed. He's a big boy who could plug that hole for at least first and second down and then bring up these fast guys. I mean, not saying he was going to do it. There was rumors that, okay, he wanted to be traded. He wants to try to start somewhere. I thought Span would have been our starter, but hey, they went with Winters, and if not Winters, they go with Williams, and now who the hell knows what's going on.
But you
Uh,
you never answered my question with
what?
the healthy scratches. I know I
Well,
suggested maybe
I
because of
said
the
I don't
trade
know.
deadline.
It could have just been like, hey, we want to see what these guys could do. We could just want to be like,
Yeah, but
hey,
think about it.
go
With
ahead.
a game of that magnitude against the world champions, you want to sit your 2 guys, your starters out to put in 2 other guys in there. Do you think it's a disciplinary issue? Do you think they were lazy? Do you think it was a trade, issue? What do you truly think comes to mind? I think it's just to keep them healthy for trade deadline. If they did
I,
that the way they did it,
I think it was just you guys need to step the hell up, man. If you don't, you're not going to play.
yeah. But with that game, with that important game on the line, I mean, that's who you gauge. You want to have everybody as healthy. In my opinion, you're going
Yeah,
against the world champs. You want to get your best product out there to see how you do. You don't want to give anybody excuse like, okay, we're going to get these guys out there, and then when you lose the game, it's like, well, you see, it's because we pulled these guys out.
no,
Something is going on. Something's definitely going on that we don't know about, and hopefully it'll come out in the near future.
everybody's assuming they're going to trade Murphy. If they trade him, they trade him. That's the way I feel right now. If they trade Jerry Hughes, they trade him. That's how I feel right now. Nobody's doing anything. I could have done the same thing.
Yeah,
Hey, if you guys are the stars and you're not stepping up, I'll play the guys who aren't stars. I'll save some money.
yeah.
Ship you guys out if I have to. Nobody's doing anything. And if we continue on this rate, this team's going to lose. They're not going to win. Another thing was Brandon Bean saying, he didn't think it sat well with him sitting, Quentin Span. And, there's no blame to go around. Nothing happened. There's no one thing that this happened and the dam broke, meaning, he wasn't playing. And Span actually went on and said it's time for a change before that. But he also wrote down only if they knew the real reason on his Twitter and then eventually delete it. So who the hell knows what's going on?
Wow.
Something's going on, and we're probably not going to hear about it. But whatever. Good luck for him. Hopefully he gets something out there. They should have tried to trade him, if anything, or try to ask him, go play defensive tackle for us. Again, this guy, Dustin Zimmer, undrafted in 2016 out of Division II Ferris State Bulldogs. He was actually picked up by the Bills back then. In 2019, he played a little for the Browns and Falcons, and then 2017 with the Saints. Again, against Kansas City, he had a career high of 6 tackles. Another note, ex-Bills wide receiver Robert Foster was signed by the Washington Football Club, so good for him. Actually, the Bills added Ahmad Gooden to the practice squad. He was on the Jets practice squad. We could ask these 2 Jet fans coming up what they know about this bum. Sorry, I shouldn't call him a bum, but he has 1 tackle, I think, in 3 years or something. So, anyway, that's it. Looking at the CBS Power Rankings like we usually do. The Bills went from 8th now to 9th. I'm surprised we're still in the top 10 with our defense, to say. And in the ESPN Power Rankings, we went from 5th to 8th. Again, our defense is killing us. And it's driving me crazy because, okay, we don't have Star. They let Shaq Lawson go, but you picked up Mario Addison, like we said. The one guy I wanted them to sign, but they didn't. What was it Phillips, the defensive tackle from Miami? I can't remember his name right now. He went and he got big cap somewhere else. Should have re-signed them. You know what? All right, so that's that. That's this.
We're talking about Jordan Phillips?
Yeah, Jordan Phillips. I actually wanted them to sign him last year. He's a big ham and egger, 300 and something pounds, but it was good. So let me sip on that a little. And here we go. So everybody knows Jordan. Because Jordan was this little Jet guy. He came on, talked a little smack with us. Last time we played the Jets' first game of the year. I have another buddy, Justin. He was going to come on, but he couldn't make it last time. So today, we got them both. So we're going to hear some smack talk from these Jet fans. Let's bring in Jordan. Pop Jordan on. Bam, there's Jordan. And then we're going to get Justin Gacy. What was this? Bam! You like that? So there's Justin hiding behind a Bed and Bath Beyond bag. What's
up? We're not here to talk smack. We're not here to talk smack. There's nothing we can talk smack now. What's up, Jordan?
What's going on?
Not much. What's going on? Thanks for having us on.
What's up, man?
I felt bad for you guys there.
Is that his real last name? Are you related? Hey, what's up, Justin? Are you related? Are you related to the head coach, Justin?
Yes, he's my father.
What's going on, man? What's going on, Jordan?
What's going on, fellas? Thanks for having me on.
Yeah.
What's going brother. On? All right, so welcome back, Jordan. Welcome, Justin, to the show. You're a little low, Justin. I'm be quiet to hear you. But
I'm low?
Yeah, you're a little low. It's like, I guess those Jet vibes are coming off. So,
see what I can do with that.
All right. So, Jordan, how you been, man?
Just another day being a Jets fan. Every day feels like a week. Every week feels like a month, and every game feels like a year. So, same old with the Jets.
All right. Last time we didn't talk after the game. Well, we talked because nobody saw us talk. But it was a good game for us, not so much for you. Looking at this game coming up, I'm a little worried, man. The way our offense is playing. If you guys had Le'Veon Bell, I might say you guys probably could have had a shot.
Stop it.
No shot. Listen, as long as that man has a headset and is still employed by the Jets are not going to win a game. They might not even score a touchdown. It's so bad. This guy is just one of the worst, if not the worst head coach in the history of the Jets football. And Justin, who's a little bit older than me, can attest to that because he was around for the Rich Kotite years. And it's just as bad. Justin, tell me over.
What you say there, Justin?
You can't hear me?
You're low. What'd you say?
I said this guy, Gase, he makes Kotite look like Lombardi.
Yo.
Oh, wow.
I'll take Bowles back in a
Rich.
second. This guy is terrible.
Yeah.
You got nothing to worry about this week. Trust me. Nothing.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Nothing.
You've been watching.
I don't care how healthy we are.
Not a bad. Hey, Jesus Christ could be called plays this week. It doesn't matter. They're terrible. They're terrible. They're
bad.
the fan out of us. They're beating the fan out of us. My 6-year-old son, he can call the plays. Sunday, we're watching the game. He goes, let me guess, what are they going to hand off to Gore for the 80th time? He's 6. That's right.
So hold on.
It's just miserable.
Antonio Brown on your squad or what?
Antonio Brown? No.
It doesn't matter. He's not going to get the ball. He's not going to get the ball. Like, it's so different. You could get prime Jerry Rice on this team. Adam Gase would still hand the ball off to Frank Gore 30 times a game because that's what he wants.
Yeah.
You got to feed Gore, bro. You got to feed him.
Feed Gore.
Yeah. That's the plan. Feed Gore.
Yeah.
Man, look, I know you guys got a bad situation down there with the Jets, but listen, we're struggling defensively. Offensively, like we really put up big numbers either. Josh is struggling, but our run defense is horrible. I mean, we just like me and Will were talking about a little while ago. It looks like instead of our front, it looks like we have 4 linebackers. So if you guys give the rock to Gore and the other running back, you might have a ball game, man. I'm not counting the Jets out. We are struggling so bad against the run. I wouldn't doubt if the Bills pull it off, but not. I mean, a 12-5 on the over/under, I guess. But I don't see them winning by more than 7 points, to be honest with you. And if we get on fire offensively, if they put their foot down and they put their pedal, the pedal to the metal, they might pull away from you guys. But defensively, I don't think, unless something major happens this week between McDermott and Leslie Frazier, you guys might have a good run at this game. I'm just being honest.
37-13.
Vinny, listen.
Buffalo Bills.
Yeah. Vinny, they scored 0 points against the Dolphins. They didn't convert a first down until like midway through the second quarter. They're not a good team. And if Darnold plays, that's going to be great.
Have you seen our defense? We gave up 250 yards defense.
It's offensive. It is offensive for people to have to sit there and watch that week in and week out.
Hey, Justin, you know what's funny?
It's so bad. Yeah.
Justin, you know what's funny? Instead of us talking crap about each other's team about how we're going to win, we're talking about how we're going to lose this game.
I know. We're trying to. I know this is kind of screwed up.
Listen, the thing is, I mean, last time we played, the Bills won by 10 points, and our defense was actually playing better. I mean, Darnold overthrew a few receivers. Gore averaged 4 yards. The way our D is playing now, he might average 5. Usually he's good for 2 to 3 yards. He might get 4 to 5 yards the way our defense. We have a bunch of defensive ends playing defensive tackle. We have no big guys. It's driving me insane. And we can't stop a drag route, and Perryman loves running the drag route. And you might get your boy Sam Darnold.
Perryman's probably not.
He was practicing.
Don't worry, Perryman's hurt. He's probably not going to play. Don't worry, Perryman's hurt. He's probably not going to play. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Neither is Crowder. Crowder's probably out, so you're just going to have Denzel Mims out there.
I'll happily trade your complaints for our complaints.
Yeah, without.
You're like a lady carrying a Virginia ham, trying the blues that she's got no bread.
Yeah.
You need some bread with your ham now. Come on now. Anyway, I mean, let me look at your squad over here. Who you got? You could have Flacco, bro. Super Bowl throwing the ball.
No, stop it right now.
And if we had a time machine,
right
Flacco and Gore 6 years ago, all right, we might have a game.
Hey man.
Nah, Adam Gase still calling the plays, man.
I
Adam
still
Gase
like
still calling plays. That's all Buck was down to.
Listen.
Yeah, no, I got nothing against Frank Gore. I just see him fall forward 3 yards a carry, and it just does nothing for me.
But here's the thing with Gore. Gore fits on your team better because you guys are like, at the door of playoffs. You have weapons. He's not the main focus. For us, that's a problem because he's the main rock carrier. No weapons, going nowhere, 0-6. Team stinks. Coach stinks. GM, I think he's got a clue. I don't know. The owners are clueless. I'm just going to go, I might rant a little bit.
I think that
to be honest with you, I thought after the third game, we were talking about this. Will, I thought about the third game when they went on 3. I thought it was a do and die game for him to be fired. I'm truly surprised he still has a job, especially with the fiasco that happened with what's his name that went to the Chiefs. I thought after that with that little situation with the Twitter and the arguing back and forth and say this to my chest, I thought he'd be gone before the player. To be honest with you.
Well, listen,
it comes down to, in my opinion.
Yeah, Jordan.
Because people are like, oh, why hasn't Joe Douglas fired him? I honestly don't think Joe Douglas has the power to do this. I think it goes above him, and I think it's the Johnsons. And the Johnsons don't have a clue on how to run a football team.
I mean, Woody wasn't doing too bad. His brother's not good. His brother's a little off.
The problem goes back years, though. The timeline is all screwed up, and it goes to when they fired Tannenbaum, and then they made and they just everything's all screwed up. The timeline's off. The Giants are going through something similar too, and when you do that and you don't draft well, you look like us.
Well, I mean, you guys got Beckham. Yeah. Beckham's not bad. He's a big boy.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's right. I was just saying, Beckham looks good, but then you had you had the coach go out. The kid is clearly hurt on Thursday Night Football, and you're still going to throw him out there. That you're responsible. You're not going anywhere this year. Sit him down, put the backup in, and let the kid get healthy. There's no point in risking injury for this kid. The same thing goes with Darnold. It's just blatant irresponsibility. When a kid gets hurt, he goes and gets an injection or whatever, and then on 3rd and 8, you're going to throw him back out in the field? And then you're going to make him throw 42 more times, and now he's out for 2 weeks with a shoulder injury? Come on, that's irresponsible. Yeah. You should be fired for that more than your awful play calling.
Yeah, 3rd and 8.
Absolutely. But, hey, Jordan and Justin, I got a quick question for you, being that we're talking about injuries and pulling players in and out. Now, you guys in the AFC East with us. What's you guys' take? I know it's a little off topic. I mean, we're still in the AFC East. What's your take on Tua starting over Fitzpatrick? Me and Will talked about it earlier. I know you probably were behind stage listening. What's your guys' take on that? I mean, it's a close run between the Miami right now. They're 3. I think they're 2-1 in the division. They're right behind us. Being the Buffalo Bills. What's your take on that? Pulling Fitzpatrick and putting Tua in as a starter.
You want me? I'll go first, I guess. I get it. I think I would ride with Fitzpatrick a little bit more, just because he's been playing well. The AFC East is up for grabs, and until that becomes a little more clear on if it's your division or not, I would ride the hot hand. What's to me, say he gets in week 11, week 12, and that at that point it's become clear that you're not going to make the playoffs or whatever, then make the change. But I would have stuck with Fitzpatrick personally.
Will knows this more than probably anybody here. I'm not a Ryan Fitzpatrick guy. I've always hated the guy. I thought he's always been a selfish player. Listen, you drafted Tua in the first round. You drafted Tua early in the draft. Tua is your guy. Ryan Fitzpatrick's not going to take you anywhere. He's not going to take you to a Super Bowl. You have a bye week this week. Name the kid the starter. Throw him out there and see what he's doing. This is how you develop a quarterback properly. And you hear Fitzpatrick say, "Oh, I feel like I got fired." Blah blah. This and this. Dude, they're not going to sign you to a big deal. So you're like, this is a one-shot thing. Like you're done. You're supposed to be a mentor. It's just like Flacco. Flacco came in not to play, but to be a mentor to Darnold. This is the same thing with Fitzpatrick. I don't care how well you're playing. It doesn't matter. The kid is coming in and he's going to play well. I understand.
Yeah. Go ahead. Fitz is winning games, though. I mean, they're 3-3. That ain't bad.
I don't agree with you.
But you've seen this thing. You've seen this thing with Fitz. They're in the hunt. Like, that's good, bro. They're in the hunt.
You know what Fitz is going to turn into? Dog shit at some point. But I mean, until he does turn into dog shit, Fitz. I mean, he's
right now, you're in the hunt. So you're going to bring in this kid who hasn't played and hope it keeps going. If this kid goes 0-2, they're going to be calling Fitzpatrick back and be like, "Hey, we want you to come bring us back," or you're just tanking for the year. There's no reason. The guy's winning. Okay, it doesn't matter.
They're not. Listen, are they winning the AFC?
You
No.
don't know right now.
They're not.
It's up there.
They're
Why
not.
not?
They're not winning the. They're not winning the. They're not winning the
Why
AFC.
not?
They're not.
I think the Dolphins
They're
are
not.
better than a
They're-
lot of people
yeah.
are giving them credit.
Yeah, no. Brian Flores
Hey,
has
and
done
by
a
the
great
way-
job.
By the way, hey Jordan, now that we're talking about quarterbacks and situations with quarterbacks, I saw a couple days back. I don't know if it's true or not, but I believe the quarterback from Clemson, Trevor Lawrence, stated something like he's going to play an extra year or whatever he's going to do because he don't want to go on the trash ass Jets team. He says his team. He said Clemson will whip the Jets. Is that true?
That is not
Fake
true.
news.
I
Fake
dispute
news.
that ain't true. I mean, listen. Even if he did, he wouldn't be wrong, but he didn't say that. And honestly, that whole thing is so. That whole thing is so dumb because Lawrence. Why are you going to risk a chance to get hurt? Like it's just stupid. Like he's not Eli. He's not a Manning. He doesn't have a name. He's got no power. Yeah, you go back to school and then you break your leg. You tear your ACL. Guess what? You just cost yourself millions and millions of dollars. No,
Millions
he ain't
of
gonna
dollars,
no power.
sit up.
What do you mean? How many
He's
championships
got no
did
power.
the guy win? Just because he doesn't have
That
a name,
doesn't,
Manning,
that
the
don't
guy's
mean
a winner.
anything.
You know?
That don't mean
What
anything.
you want?
Right, but he's not a Manning. He can't move himself and pick him where he wants to go in a draft. It ain't going to happen. If the Jets have the first
He could
pick,
just stay
which
with
it's likely,
quarterback.
he's going to be a Jet.
He could
He's gonna be a Jet.
He ain't another year if he wanted to. I mean, why would
He
you
ain't.
do that?
Listen,
You want
he
the
ain't.
money,
If
you
he
wanna get out
does,
there and
if he
play.
does stay in school, his parents should be in big trouble. There's no need for him to go back to school. What does he have to prove?
Hey, come out.
It takes one injury. It takes one injury, one slip up, one bad turf, tear your ACL. It's over.
All
I'm
right.
telling you, there's no sense of going back to school.
So
None.
I'll ask you both. What do you guys want to do with Darnold?
Man, I don't know. It depends where they end up draft spot wise. I was having this conversation with some friends today, and I mean, I like Sam. They have screwed him up. They haven't done right by him, and I would really like for him to be the guy. But I mean, if you have the number one pick, you got to move on from him and set this poor kid free. Trade him to Indy, which would be ironic because they traded with Indy to get him. Or Pittsburgh, or whatever you can get from him. I mean, at the end of the day, you still really don't know what he is. Maybe if these guys, Perriman and Crowder and Mims, they can get on the field and stay on the field as well as Sam. Maybe you can see that, but at the same time, it's like you might want to see some good, but at the same time, not too much good because you don't want that door to be open slightly for them to consider bringing Gase back.
All right, Jordan, what do you think?
I mean, listen, I'm a Sam Darnold guy. I think Trevor Lawrence is going to be a great player, but I think if you have the first pick and you can trade back and get another first rounder along with the one you had from Seattle, plus you're going to get a haul for that first overall pick because you're going to have there's a lot of bad teams this year. You got Minnesota, you got Atlanta, you got the Giants. You got a bunch of teams that are bad and they're going to be desperate. Washington, possibly. I don't know if they're just Haskins already. You got a lot of bad football teams that are going to want that first overall pick. You hold that thing ransom, and you're going to get a haul for it. So why not? I don't understand why not do that. And let's say Sam Darnold's only 23 years old. It's not like he's 26, 27. He's 23 years old. And you know what? In the end, I think they're going to end up trading him to a team, like Justin said, Indianapolis or Pittsburgh, a team with competent ownership and competent organization who's going to put pieces around him, is going to help him. And I think he's going to thrive there. I do. This kid has such unlimited, untapped potential.
What?
And the Jets just don't understand.
I think he has a piece around with. I think he has a piece around with Perriman and everything. I think it's just the coaching, you guys. Adam Gase, in my opinion, needs to have been gone yesterday.
Well, he should have never been here.
Yeah.
I mean, it's everything. The line has been brutal. Lack of weapons, and then when they have weapons, the idiot coach doesn't use them. So it's just been a mixed bag of shit for this kid, unfortunately. I mean, if you think back to his first year, at the end of the season, he went toe-to-toe with Aaron Rodgers and almost beat him at MetLife. And I'm sorry, I was chubbing up when I saw that because I was like, he's here, and we're going to get rid of him. And we're on our way. But then Gase comes in, and it just went downhill after that. And
I said they should have never signed
every
him
Jets
because
fan.
the guy wasn't that good. I don't know why they took him from Miami where he didn't do well.
Oh,
He had
yeah.
one good year and then come here.
Yeah.
I know this year.
Listen, he's got to talk a great game.
I know you guys had a lot of injuries this year.
Yeah, he has to talk.
If all your receivers were healthy, I think you would have a better squad. And if Le'Veon Bell was there playing, you guys had a pretty good squad on paper. But everybody's been hurt. And I think he lost the team a long time ago. Yeah. One of our buddies from another show, the KK show, they're like, Gase is doing a great job because he's a Jet fan. He's like, he's doing a great job because he keeps losing. We want the #1 pick. This guy's doing great. Keep him. Don't fire him now. Let him lose all the games and then bring in somebody next year.
I agree with that. At one point, I was like, get him out. But now, at this point, it's like, what are you going to replace him with? Greg Williams? He's another idiot. And they're going at each other. So just, let it burn. Just go 0-16. Let it burn to the ground.
Yeah, Greg Williams. We got rid of him quick, too. That's another one.
I like Greg. Greg Williams.
Hey, Will.
I like him too.
He's all right. Yeah, but where he pulled in the other day, where he pulled in, a couple weeks ago, we pulled in with the last couple extra minutes. The guys were kind of headhunting. You saw what happened with the Jets. That to me, that's calling timeouts, and that's Williams though. That's Greg Williams. He's known for that crap. Paying. We're not even going to get into that. But what I want to tell you, Will. I know the guys at the KK show said that they want us to do that Packy one chip challenge. If there's any time we could take the challenge, it would be against the Jets. Other than that, I ain't taking that challenge.
They said it for if we kept losing or something, and then Kurt was like he didn't want any part of it because he doesn't do spicy, and I really don't do spicy. My belly's not all that great, so I'm not doing that damn Packy challenge. You can bring something else.
What happens with that old age?
That's fine. I'll take that over. How about I do it? And if they lose, you eat the Pocky chip for me. Since you're so young. So anyway,
that's rough.
I mean, I think the Jets have a chance. I don't actually like this game. It's like they played us tough the first game of the year. You guys stopped our run game. I mean, and then you go give up 200 yards freaking to San Fran the next game or whatever, which was ridiculous because we couldn't get nothing going. If the Bills defense plays like they're playing, you guys actually, I think, have a shot. And I would be fuming if they lose to the Jets who are 0-6.
We'll be fuming too if you lose to the Jets.
You lose that first round pick.
It's not going to happen.
It's a possibility, man.
It's not going to happen. I don't care how bad you guys are playing.
Hey, like we said earlier, McDermott's gonna have to light a fire on Leslie Frazier's butt if he doesn't take the defensive calls. I mean, it's gonna be. I'm not feeling too good about this game. I told Will off the air before our show. I don't really feel too confident. A lot of people predicting a blowout. The Bills are gonna come back and they're gonna do get the offense and such and such. The way I saw them play, because me and Will sit there play by play, just like you are Jets fans, you break it down and you see where your weaknesses are. Our defense is trash. I don't know how the hell we went from third last year to 20-something this year.
It's not hard to see that.
It's crazy.
Yeah, your defense
is not hard to see. You turn on the TV and there's the weakness.
Oh,
you know who I have a huge crush on your team? Who I love? I love Cole Beasley, man. That guy is solid.
He's a baller. He's a baller. Did you say you have a crush on him?
Yeah, I got a crush on that dude.
He said he had a crush on him.
What did you say before? What?
Who?
I said you don't for the Jets. You don't have to.
Ah! He's out!
You ain't right.
You ain't talking about back here, boy. Anyway, Jordan.
He's probably like, screw you, I ain't coming back on. Look, there he is.
He just muted you like you were at the assignment desk, boy.
I had to put Jordan on timeout like the youngin' he is. All right, let's talk back again.
Oh, Jesus.
Listen.
Oh my goodness.
We got about 10 minutes. So we're gonna have you guys do picks with us, and then we'll BS a little bit more if we got much time.
What are these picks?
We won't even pick the Bills and Jets yet. All right, we're gonna go start off with tonight's game. The Giants heading down to Philly. Philly's -4.5. I do my picks with the spread. You guys can do head up or whatever. I
go straight up.
I think the Eagles going to win this game. What do you think there, Vinny? Then we'll go around.
Yeah, I got the same thing. I know they got a lot of injuries. They played the Ravens pretty good. I think they're going to win. I think they'll beat the Giants 21-17.
All right.
Yeah, I think the Eagles win. The Giants are a bad team. The Eagles actually looked pretty decent last week against Baltimore end of the game. I'm going to say 31-17 Philadelphia.
I'm gonna go G-men in this. I don't think either team is really that good. I just got a feeling the Giants, they're gonna win this one. I don't see it being a high scoring game. I'll call it 20-14, something like that.
All right. There's Bobby in the background, our producer, saying haters because he's a Giant fan. He's rooting for his G-men. Actually, they've been playing a little better. But I'm rooting for Philly and their running back because I picked them up on my fantasy squad.
You know what the Giants do? They said they stay in they compete for a little bit. Where the Jets they don't compete
for a little bit.
It's not competitive football. Giants don't compete. So.
Well, you guys competed a little in some games, and then that was it. I don't know. You competed against us. That's the problem. I know we're a division game, and you want to play against us, but still.
Yeah, but you guys let us hang around week 1. I mean, that Herndon drop ball, and then all that crap.
And then your boy Darnold overthrew him a few times.
Well, that's the story of the Bills up to lately. That's the story of the Bills as of late. Anyway, besides the first 3 games, we turned it on first, second quarter, third quarter we just shut it off, let the guys come back. Same thing with the Jets, and then fourth quarter we're going to turn it on. That ain't going to happen in this league. We got to do something starting from here on out. If not, we're going to be 500 team if we keep it up.
All right. Next game. Lions heading down to Atlanta. Atlanta's -2.5. Every time I pick Atlanta, they seem to lose. So I'm going to go with the Lions getting 2.5. I don't know. Falcons, it's just rough. Just rough for me, man. It's just bad.
Yeah.
This is like the Super Bowl.
Who you got?
Lions.
Who you say you got, Will?
Lions.
Oh man, I got the Falcons, man. These guys throw up a lot of points. I think the Falcons are going to win 21-17.
Yeah, I like the Falcons too. I think that team is a talented, very talented team. Their defense is just bad, but Matt Patricia's an awful head coach. So I'm going to say 30-14 Falcons.
I'm going to go shootout in this one. Patricia is awful, but hopefully he uses some of what he saw last week with DeAndre Swift, gets him involved. Defense, I think, is going to be non-existent. I'll go 38-31 Lions.
Ooh. All right. We got the Browns heading down into Cincinnati. Old division rivalry. Browns are -3. I think Baker Mayfield's healthy right now. He's going to start for my fantasy teams unless I cut him. So I think I'm going to take the Browns. They should beat Cincinnati by 3. All that talent they have.
Yeah, there goes the Battle of Ohio. I think the Browns are going to take it. I got them 21-17, man.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I'm gonna go with the kid here. I'm gonna go with the kid here. I like Joe Burrow a lot. They got some pieces there, and I think the Browns like to underperform. They love doing that. So I'm gonna go 21. I'm gonna go to me close one. I'm gonna go 21-20. Cincinnati.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Browns in this one. I'll say 24-13. I will say though, the Bengals they look all right. Joe Burrow's he's seems like he's the real deal for now. They really played a nice game last week against the Colts, man. I thought the Colts were going to stomp them. I thought that defense was going to eat him up, and he definitely showed that. I mean, he can hang, but I still think the Browns take this one.
Yeah, Burrow, like the Clemson kid this year. I was surprised. He went to Cincinnati. He's playing that well. I guess he just took the challenge and ran with it. I think the Jets will be the same thing. Just trade Darnold. You might get a 5th-round pick for him, maybe a 6th-round pick.
Hey, we're doing picks here, okay?
I'm just saying.
I mean, you want to shit on the Jets? Let's shit on the Jets. I got no problem doing that. That's what we're doing picks.
No, I'm just saying. Take the challenge like Burrow did and go to the team if he gets picked up by the Jets. That's it. He's going to have some good receivers. You got a decent offensive line already. So why not? You just need a new coach. Anyway, let's move on. Steelers are heading down to Tennessee to play. Right now, the Titans are -1.5. They were saying that A.J. Brown, he's not sure if he's going to play because he has his knees banged up. I don't know, man. I like the Titans, but the Steelers have been hot. So I'm just going to keep rolling with the Steelers, even though I don't like them. But I'll take the Steelers.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. I don't like the Steelers or I don't like the Titans, but, I think the Steelers defense is going to hold the Titans. I don't think the Titans defense is going to hold the Steelers and vice versa. So I got the Steelers 28-24.
Yeah, I mean, the Titans are a really good team, but their defense is awful. The Steelers are a top 5 offense in points and top 2 in points allowed on defense and top 2 in turnovers, too. I think they're going to make life difficult for Tannehill. I'm going to say 38-24 Pittsburgh.
That's a blowout.
Wow, Mike Tomlin.
Yeah.
Graphics.
I guess Bobby threw that out there. Bobby's getting
so you guys all went Pittsburgh. I'll go Tennessee just to go against it. Because also, too, anytime I think Tennessee doesn't have a chance, Derrick Henry goes off.
They prove you wrong.
Yeah, right. They go like, Derrick Henry bust, what did he have, 500 yards last week? I mean, so I'll say it's a tight game.
More than the Jets.
Yes. Yeah. I'll say it's a tight game in the 20s. Let's call it, 27-24 Titans.
And hopefully nobody's a meme like Josh Norman.
Dude, that was boy.
That's rough.
Panthers headed down to New Orleans. Saints are -7.5. They might get Michael Thomas back, but they're saying he hasn't even showed up to practice or he got tweaked up again. Who the hell knows? I'm going to take the Saints, even though Big Teddy's coming back to New Orleans, and they've been playing well. I don't know. I just like the Saints. Their defense is like Buffalo's defense this year. Like, where the hell have they gone? But I'm going to go with the Saints regardless.
Yeah, I'm with you too, man. The Panthers defense ain't too good. I think Drew's going to light them up. I got them 27-17 Saints.
Yeah, I agree with that. The Panthers defense is bad. They're a bunch of young kids. Saints defense, I think, will show up. They'll probably take Robbie Anderson out of the game, and I think it's gonna be an ugly one. I think it's gonna be like 31-10, New Orleans.
Yeah, I agree with that, Jordan. I think it's going to be a ugly game. The Saints are just a better football team, and bringing up Robbie Anderson, man, that and receiving yards, right?
I think it does.
He's like second, third.
We didn't need him. Anyway. Yeah, I think Saints roll, and especially if they get Michael Thomas back. He's got a hamstring injury now, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. It's ridiculous. I think he might be saying, "Hey, you guys sat me this long. Now I'm going to fake an injury and be like, oh, my hamstring."
Yeah,
it's getting to that point. Either they're going to have to trade him or something. It's just ridiculous right now. Maybe he should go to the Bills for a 3rd-round pick.
And you just want everybody: Antonio Brown, Michael Thomas, anybody else?
I don't want Antonio Brown. Get him out of here. I don't want him. All right, so we skipped this one. We're going to go down to the Cowboys, heading down to Washington football team.
Woo, the ass boys!
Last week, I took the Cowboys with the red rifle, and he let me down. I'm going to pick them again. I don't care. Yeah. I'm taking the Cowboys -1. Who cares?
Man, it's rough, man, because the Cowboys got 2 victories in their first place. So I don't know, but this Washington's a scrappy team. I think I'm gonna go with you, Will. I think I'm gonna have 27 27-24 Cowboys in the squeaker, but I'm not really too sure about it. It could go either way, but I'm going to take the Cowboys 27-24.
I mean, it's pick your poison. It's Kyle Allen versus Andy Dalton. I'd rather never watch this game in my life if I had the choice. I mean, the Cowboys got more talent, so I'm going to go with the Cowboys because that Washington team just is not good. So I'm going to say, 28-17 Dallas.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm going to say Dallas wins. I have to believe that Dallas is better than what they showed Monday. I have to believe that coaching staff is better than what they showed Monday. That Dallas just it has more talent. Dalton's not terrible. Washington is terrible. I'm going to say it's a romp. I hope Dallas wakes up because I got a lot of their fantasy players. I don't really care for them. I don't care for their fans. But I'll say, I don't know, 38-13. I seem to like 13. But, yeah, I think it's a romp. Dallas comes in and whoops their ass.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sounds good. All right, Packers are headed down to Houston. Packers are giving up 3.5. I'm going to go with the Packers. Aaron Rodgers is just a beast. They've been playing better than I thought, but I'm going to go with Packers minus 3.5.
Yeah, I'm going with Packers too, man. Even though they looked horrible against the Bucks, man, they looked really bad. I was actually surprised because I think I picked them last week. They look really bad, but I think they're going to bounce back against the Texans. I got them 28-21 Packers.
Jordan.
Sorry. It switched on my thing. I got the Packers too. I love the Packers team. I think last week was a trap game for them with Tampa Bay. They don't really ever play well in Florida. But Aaron Rodgers is just a monster. I'm gonna go 31-10 Packers. I think this is gonna be a makeup game after last week's a trophy.
Yeah, I agree. I think Packers roll. I think Devontae Adams gets in the game more than what he put up last week. And they stop him. Not close.
All right. Now the late game on Sunday, Seahawks against the Cardinals. That was changed up because of Raiders-Bucks. Seahawks are minus 3.5. I love playing the Seahawks, and I'm going to keep going with the Seahawks. Team's a monster team. If they do end up getting Antonio Brown, that wide receiving core would just be insane. It's just nasty as it is, and adding him would be horrible. Seahawks, 3.5. I'm taking.
Man, I don't know. This was a toss-up for me. You know, Arizona defense, to me, I think they're gelling a little bit better. I think this is going to be the game that Seahawks might lose, man. I'm going to take the Arizona 31-28 on this one.
Woo.
For me, the Seahawks are obviously the undefeated. Russell Wilson's arguably the MVP of the league. That defense is awful. Like, they are statistically like the worst defense in the NFL. I like what Arizona is doing. I just think Russell Wilson's going to outduel Kyler. I'm going to go 34-31 Seahawks.
I will go. I agree with Vinny. I think Arizona here in the upset. I thought they looked good against the Cowboys. And I think Seattle coming off the bye, they're due for a loss. That's where I'm going to go with this. I think it is a tight game. Could be something like, 35-28, somewhere in there. But I think Arizona sneaks one out here.
I can't believe we got a Bills fan and a Jets fan agreeing on something.
Whoa. I don't know. Maybe it seems like it's cold wherever Justin's at with that hat. So maybe he's like not flipping right. But anyway, let's go down. Jacksonville's headed to Los Angeles. The Chargers are actually minus 8 points going against them. Damn, that's a lot of points. The Jaguars started off playing well. I don't know what the hell's happened to them. I think Doug Marrone is just trying to toss these games left and right. I guess I'll take the Chargers. 8 points is a lot to me, but I guess hopefully they'll cover that.
Man, you should take it because I live just south of Jacksonville. I hear all the news that's going on. And to be blunt, Jaguars just suck, man. The defense is bad. I think Justin Herbert's going to light them up. I do got a little bit closer than you, though. I think I got them 28-21 Chargers.
Yeah, if Vinny didn't say it, I was gonna say it. The Jaguars stink. Like Minshew mania, whatever you want to call it. The Jaguars are not a good football team. I like what I seen out of Herbert a lot. Hopefully Keenan Allen is healthy. I know he had a back injury. But I think I like to hit Herbert a lot. Like I said, I think the Chargers are going to win this one. I think it's going to be a close one though, because I don't think either teams are great. But I think the Chargers are a little bit better. So I'm going to say 21-20, San Diego.
Yeah, I think Chargers
Or
win.
LA, I'm sorry.
I don't think they cover though.
Sure.
I know Jacksonville has what?
I said, Jordan, let the man talk. Let him talk, bro.
Yeah, I think the Chargers win. I don't think they cover. I think Jacksonville will somewhat keep it close. Herbert's been awesome. For Jacksonville, what happened to dude Robinson? The past 2 weeks, he's kind of disappeared, and he got off to a great start. They were using him a lot. I don't know if maybe they get back to that. But, yeah, Chargers win, but they don't cover. So, sorry, Will. You lose money.
It's okay. The last week I lost. I think the week before that too. I don't remember. I think I won one. Chiefs heading up to Mile High Stadium, old rivalry. Chiefs are minus 9.5 right now. Broncos just upset New England. I mean, not the same squad, but still. Le'Veon Bell might play this week, so they'll get to deal with that too. Who knows what about Melvin Gordon? 9.5 points is pretty steep. But I don't care. I'm going with the Chiefs, giving up 9.5. Whatever. All they got to do is score 10. Just score 10.
Man, I wouldn't go all that far, man. The Chiefs are coming off a short week. I know they played the Bills. They kind of, it was a butt whipping, but it didn't really show point wise. But as looking at the game, breaking it down, they beat us in every facet of the game. Then again, the Broncos beat New England pretty good too. So I think it's going to be a close one. I got the Chiefs winning 31-28 and a close one.
Well, I mean, I agree with what you're saying with the Chiefs in a short week, but I think Andy Reid and Yannick are just too good of offensive minds to kind of let them sleep a little bit. And Patrick Mahomes is too talented. This Broncos team is weird because I don't think they're good, but I don't think they're bad. So I think it'll be a 10-point game. I'll say 32. I'll say 35-25.
10 points.
Yeah, I'll say like 35. Chiefs roll here, 35-10. They got to get focused. Next week is the big game against the Jets. That's where their head is going to be at. So you got to be focused that this isn't a letdown game from the Chiefs because I just hope they're not looking too far ahead. So, but I still think they roll.
All right. Now we know that.
It's going to be 23.5 next week. I'm telling you right now.
Bucks heading to Las Vegas. Bucks just smacked up the Packers. Like I didn't expect that. I thought the Packers were going to beat them. But they can lay down the smackdown. Going to Las Vegas. They have, I think, half their team is hurt or questionable. So I'm going to go with the Bucks minus 3.5. Yeah,
Bucks take this in the. I like the Raiders. They've been playing all right. They beat the Chiefs, but I don't know. This is kind of toss up for me. But Brady and them, the way they put it on Green Bay, I gotta think he's gonna keep it rolling. I got the Bucks 24-17.
This one's another. I'm listening. Because I was looking at the Raiders stuff because their entire offensive line.
Justin Gase is
COVID.
trying to look over at your screen. He's like, "What the hell is this kid doing?" Look at Justin Gase. He's looking over there. Like, what are you doing?
The entire Raiders team is out with the COVID protocol stuff. So when you're going to replace the entire offensive line, Derek Carr is going to get crushed. So I'm going to go with Tampa 21-20.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Tampa too because of what you're saying about the COVID stuff. A little uncertainty there. Tampa got a good D, and I think they're starting to put it together a little bit. So I don't think it's 21-20. I think they win by 10.
How did you go from them getting crushed to 21-20? What is that?
What are you talking about?
Because I don't think Tampa's that good.
Yeah, I know. Oh, okay. I was going to say, you said they're going to crush Carr all day, and then it says 21-20. Makes no sense.
Well, yeah. You know my feelings on Tom Brady.
You love him.
We all do. We all
Yeah.
do. He's been great to us for years in this division.
Yeah. 49ers are heading to go play the Pats. Garoppolo's going to go play his old team. Pats are -2 points. You know, everybody's like saying the Pats, the Pats, the Pats. I actually think, well, if Garoppolo plays, I think the 49ers might win this game. I think it's going to be the upset. So I'm going to go with the 49ers. I don't care. Damn.
I don't know. I know Garoppolo's coming back. He's probably going to be a little rusty. I don't see the Pats losing 2 in a row. I got the Pats 24-21. I just can't see him losing 2 in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, I can't bet against Bill Belichick. Belichick's coming off a loss. I don't like Garoppolo. I don't think he's very good, and I still don't think he's healthy either. I think Cam's going to have a bounce-back game. They didn't look – they looked kind of like lost against Denver, but I think they're going to have a bounce-back game. I think Cam's going to bounce back, and I think it's going to be 35-20 New England.
Yep, I think Patriots bounce back here. No way they go to 2-4. I think you're going to get a huge game from Cam. I think you're going to see James White in the mix a lot this Sunday. And, I think they win by 2 touchdowns.
That sounds good. Monday night, we have the Bears heading down to play the Rams. Rams are -6. Nick Foles is going to keep these Bears winning. I don't know. I think it's going to come down to Mack and Darnold, but I'm going to go with the Rams -6. I think the Rams should win this game.
Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, the Bears quietly are 5-1, man. But I don't know. I don't. Nobody really knows how good they really are yet. Rams are gonna, they got exposed a little bit. I think the Rams are gonna come back, and I think it's gonna be a close one. Also, I got the Rams winning 17-14.
This one's tough because I don't think the Bears are a good team. They're like the worst 5-1 team I've ever seen. And the Rams are like they're either an elite team or they're like awful, like they played against San Francisco last week. So this one's like a kind of coin flip for me. I'm gonna go with the Rams just because I can trust Goff over Foles. I'm gonna say it's a close one though. I'm gonna say 28-21 Los Angeles.
I swear, you guys have kind of said this, but I swear to God, every time I look at the standings and I see 5-1 Bears, like how? Even last week watching the game,
quietly.
I'm like, wait a minute, the Bears are 4-1. How the hell did they get to be 4-1? So with that being said, but I'm saying last week when I was watching them play, they were 4-1. I'm like, how are they 4-1? And now they're 5-1. But now they're going to fall to 5-2. I think big game. I think the Rams D is going to be big here. I can see a turnover, a pick 6 here. And I can see it being like 24-14, something along that lines. But I feel like the Rams D is going to play a big part in this one.
All right. Last but not least, the Buffalo Bills headed to New Jersey into MetLife Stadium, -13 points. I'm picking the Bills to win, but I think the Jets will cover the 13. Just by the way our team's playing right now, I think we win. But I'm not sure if the Bills are going to win by 13. So I guess I'm actually picking the Jets to cover.
Man, yeah, this is a rough one, man. Like I was telling Jordan and Justin earlier, this to me is the breakout game. Either we bomb it out or we air it out. One or the other. If we lose this game, the season, I'm gonna go crazy. But I still have faith in my Bills. I think we're still gonna come out. I got the Bills 2014 because I think they're gonna light a fire on this defense this weekend. And I think Josh is going to get on point. I'm hoping anyway. I'm wrong because they were going to play the Chiefs a little bit better than they did. So please, I hope I'm right this time. I think the Bills are going to lie and get back at the Bills 20-13.
Listen, if the Jets score 13 points this week, I'm going to be ecstatic. I'm telling you guys right now that it's going to be a blowout. It's going to be ugly, especially if Flacco plays. It's going to be even worse. The Jets are not going to win this game. I mean, they're not. Like I've gotten my hopes up about them winning games. Oh, this is the week. They ain't winning anything in the near future. It's going to be, I'm going to say 31-10 Bills.
Oh, that's nice of you, Jordan, to let them score because I'm going off of this as Flacco is playing. Okay, so it is going to be a 41-3 Buffalo.
Oh my God!
Oh, absolutely, brother. Big bounce back game from Josh Allen. He's going to be ping, 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 ping all over the field. The Buffalo defense is just going to eat alive that shitty Jet line. Frank Gore wants to bring to the table 41-3 Buffalo Bills. Let's march to Kansas City and get ready to cover that 23.5 spread that's coming next week, brother.
I hope you're right. Trust
me, you have nothing to fear. Nothing to fear.
By the way, the last time I think
I'll tell you what,
they ended up beating us, but that was with Baltimore.
I'll tell you what, Justin, if you're wrong, we gotta have you back next week. Even I don't care if it's a 5-minute segment at the beginning of the show, but if you're wrong, we're gonna bring you back on to chew our butts out. Okay?
Right. So what am I wrong about? About whether they score a touchdown or this? Now that's on that Flacco plays. Now, if Flacco plays,
man, 38. You're giving a 38-point spread, man.
Oh yeah. Oh no! Next week, I'm telling you.
They scored 0 points, guys. You're forgetting they scored 0 points this week.
They're terrible, guys.
0.
Who did you guys play this last week?
0.
The Dolphins.
We played Miami.
No.
Dolphins.
Oh, by the way, the Colts, Dolphins, Vikings, and Ravens are all on a bye this week. So there you go. Usually I give out 2 parlays. My one parlay is going to be the Browns -3, Steelers -1, and Packers -3.5. My other parlay.
I thought he was going to parlay the Jets and the Bills.
No, not even touching that. The other one, Seahawks -3.5, Bucks -3.5, and I'm taking the Rams -6.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but Tom Casey, he says the Jets win by late field goal.
Who said that?
It's in the comments.
What?
God bless your soul, Tom
There
Casey.
you go, Tom.
Oh, no way. No way.
Isn't that your boy, Vinny? Tom?
My God.
Hey, it's possible. The way our defense is playing, Tom might be right. I'm hoping he's wrong, but it might be right.
It is most certainly not possible.
Man,
it is not possible.
You got a better chance of a more well-behaved debate tonight between Trump and Biden than the Jets pulling that one out late field goal.
Hey, Justin, listen. I'm gonna leave you with this. We gave up 200+ yards rushing last week. Our defensive line is crap. We can't stop the run. If you guys could control the clock and keep Josh Allen off the field, you might be in for a little bit of surprise. I'm not taking this as a shoe-in win for no reason. By no reason. Tom Casey might be onto something. If you guys could control the clock and run the ball and keep Josh Allen off the field, it might be a different turnout. It might not be a big blowout. We might get the win, but you might be surprised on how this game turns out at the end.
Vinny, I'm going to tell you this.
Yeah.
Justin, go ahead.
There's going to be if I brought my son's first and second grade flag football team Sunday to play the Bills, there would be a different outcome with the score, meaning they would keep it closer than the Jets would.
Crazy, Justin.
We scored 2 touchdowns on our first play, 2 plays a couple weeks ago, man. Drew it up in ballpark, Will.
We'll see what happens. Go ahead. What are you gonna say, Jordan?
Yeah, I was gonna say, Vinny. I appreciate you saying this good stuff about the Jets, but last week Jets had 263 total yards. Derrick Henry had 264 yards by himself. Like that's and that's with the offensive genius as our head coach.
But is it a scratch because our running backs ain't running, and you're running, and you guys are? Come on, man. I mean, I'm giving you guys credit. I can't believe we're arguing about who's gonna win and how they're gonna win, but I think it's gonna be a lot closer than what. I don't know. Now, I'm hoping for a 40-3 win, but I think it's going to be a little bit closer than what you guys think.
Is Tom Casey at your house right now? What's going on over here?
Anyway, all right.
You can tell us. We're all adults. It's okay.
We're about to wrap this up. Thanks for everybody watching. Thanks for you guys joining us. What does this say? Hey, by the way, hey, follow us on Twitter at Viva Los Bills. On Facebook, we have a group, Viva Los Bills. Anybody could join. Post on there. It's all good. Follow us on YouTube. Subscribe to our channel. Just click subscribe. It doesn't matter. We post the videos usually a day after or two. Hold on. There we got another guy copping on here. I guess he wants to talk a little bit more. Mr. Mike Davis. Jets are being mishandled so badly. Yes, they are. They agree. They should let Gase go, but they're going to wait.
Understatement of the year.
Hold on. Bam. Everybody's commenting now. When we're about to sign off, what's this? Tom Casey is going to be close to anything.
Do I direct message you guys my address for the complimentary wings we get for coming on the show, or
Actually, what you need to do, Jordan, is send your address to Jordan. I mean, Justin, and Jordan's going to send them to you because we sent them.
I just want my wings, bro. That's what you said I get for coming on the show.
You guys have to pay me.
Oh man, we're suffering all year. Come on.
We might be joining you if we keep playing the way we are.
Oh man, my heart goes out to you.
Anybody, like I said, subscribe to our channel, and that's about it. Thanks, Jordan. Thanks, Justin Gase. I don't know if you guys saw this. Look it on that crow. What does it say? Jordan is slow. Justin Gase looks better in his bag. Oh, hold on. Tom got one more thing to say. This is a trap game for the Bills. That's pretty much what Vinny and I are saying.
No way, dude.
Hey, if we lose, you see how Justin has a bag over his head? If we lose to the Jets, I'm gonna wear a bag over my head for the whole show. How about that?
Oh, boy. All right. Well, sounds good. Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching. Go Buffalo. Thanks to these guys for joining us. And we're out.
Thanks, Jordan. Thanks, Justin. Good job, guys.
Good time.
Vinny, Will.